Good day everyone, this is your instructor Julius, and today we'll be going over some more useful tools for when you're constructing your parts. So in this I will be discussing how to use the equations and introducing you to the convert entities and how to use it. So first, if you look over to your tree right over here, equations is not present. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to click hide/show tree items. And then if you look on the very top right, you see equations and it says automatic. You're going to want it to show. And from there, it shall always, as I was saying, should always be present. Alright. So now if we look into manage equations, now we can access it. We have global variables, features, and equations. Global variables is just setting up a variable, identifying what that variable represents. Like if it represents 100 inches, 10 meters, whatever. Features, don't worry about. Equations, if you set a distance or dimension, you can identify it saying mean dimension 1. So you could go on through and list another dimension the same, but you most likely won't have to use that. This mainly focus on the global variables. So here we'll set parentheses A to 4. Then we'll do the same for B. Then we'll set that to 3. Then we'll set up C. We'll set up C as 2. We'll click OK. So now we're going to go over to the right plane and we're going to sketch. So let's just, draw out a nice little rectangle. Alright, now you're going to click your dimension, and when you do this, you want to put an equal. Now you get your drop down. So you could go over to global variables, we'll select 3, click OK. Now we'll do the same with the top. We'll put equal, go over to global, and we'll click 4, and OK. Now as you see, next to those dimensions, you see the sigma. And with that, and the reason I say put in the equal, if you don't put in equal, you won't get the sigma. And what happens is, the sigma identifies that this is an equation. Not an equation, but it's a variable, so it represents something important. If the equal sign isn't there, all it will look at it as is that you just wanted a dimension. So if you were to, let's say, try to reshape this, you realize that 4 and 3 aren't it. You want it to be 9 and 5. And always make sure you have automatically rebuild on. And as you see right here, it's reshaped. If those equal signs weren't there, it would have stayed the same and it would never change the way you needed it to. So now we'll go to edit feature, and now it's rebuild. Alright, so now we'll go to extrude boss. Let's see, say equal to OK. So now, in order to get to use convert entities, you're going to have to go to reference geometry, go to your plane, select your face, we'll say 5, And now we have our plane. So you're going to want to enter the plane as a sketch. You're going to click Convert Entities. And this works in two ways. Either A, you could click the face itself and say that's what you want, or actually, all right, delete that. Yep. So we'll go back, sketch, convert. So instead of doing the face, you can actually do each little edge and it'll still work. So now from here, you could extrude it again and it'll work. And you can use, you convert entities. Let's say that there's a gap between a part that you need. So you could set up, use your reference geometry to set the plane, that distance in between the two faces, and make your two portions, your two objects that you're working on, and set them apart. And that's really it for this. They're not that hard. It just takes some time to get used to, like everything does. But I hope you found this very useful, and I'll be looking forward to instructing you guys another day.